Must be feeling lucky. 2 clone battle packs in 1 year. I've seen so much hate on this set. I don't think it deserves a lot of that hate because I think it's great getting so many clone minifigures again in LEGO. We've just been getting so many clone figures with, again, the gunship that's going to be coming out in September, the 501st set that we got earlier on in the year, and just looking at what we got last year with the 212 troopers and even purple ones. I mean, we're just going all out. Next year we should be seeing some more clone legions as well, or as far as I know. But anyways, today we're going to be looking at LEGO Star Wars set number 75359, the 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper Battle Pack. What a mouthful. This includes 108 pieces, retails for $19.99 when it released on August 1st of 2023. I do recommend getting this at any store but Walmart as of this set's release, because Walmart is currently charging the pre-price decrease price of $26.99, which is ridiculous for what you're getting here, and hopefully that's not a sign of what's to come for these battle pack sets. Looking at the box art, we have a bit of Coruscant, I believe, in the background there. You get your RNG stripe for the Clone Wars. The set is celebrating 20 years, not the 2003 Clone Wars, but the 2008 Clone Wars, which just recently wrapped up as of 2 years ago, and this is based off the final season of that show. From the back of the box, another look at the model. Push tab, with this being a $20 set, or what should be a $15 set, really. Inside the box, you'll find 3 unnumbered bags, one of which featuring your rangefinders and your visors. Looking at the instructions, ugly render style from the front, you'll see for all LEGO Star Wars sets, Win Robot from the back, piece count 2 pages, leading on to a quick advertisement for the mechs that released this summer. I mean, I guess it's nice for getting some of those figures, especially for kids, but I don't know how we made it to getting LEGO Star Wars mechs already. There's just so many other things that we could be getting. And then a few other sets from the summer wave and from before that. Mandalorian stuff doesn't really interest me. Maybe I guess the minifigures in this one are nice, but otherwise it's just, you know, they're charging way too much for microfighters these days. It's ridiculous. And then the other sets celebrating the Clone Wars here. We have the Battle Pack from January you can check out my review for, and then this wasted opportunity. To start off our minifigure selection, we have clone Captain Vaughn, who has seen the most hate out of this entire set. I think he looks fine, personally. It is a little annoying that they're using the same exact helmet print that you'll see on all the other characters, and really the only thing that makes him exclusive is that little ranking on his torso. Otherwise, to make him special, LEGO did happen to utilize this visor piece, which goes over the helmet holes so then you don't see them. I guess that's nice. I should also note, if you don't like the visor, you can also switch that out with the little rangefinder here, which looks kind of odd, as it really should be down here where you see that circle. That's just one of the big problems that a lot of people have when it comes to these helmet holes. It's the fact that it doesn't work as well with the rangefinder as it does with the visor, and the fact that it looks really ugly on just every other clone because it's not really in the proper spot. If these holes were moved down to where you see that right there, I think a lot of fans would be happy, though LEGO would have to completely redesign both of these pieces, which are still the same designs as we saw back in 2008. It's just that they recolored them specifically for, I guess, Commander Cody in this case, but now we're seeing the orange ones return with Captain Vaughn, which, I mean, just removing that, he looks like just any regular old 332nd trooper. Helmet holes aside, underneath the helmet, you get your same old facial expression for the clones that we've been getting since the 501st Battle Pack, which works very well. Again, the torso print really only has that one little special thing that makes him different compared to the other ones. Leg prints are the same across the board, introduced in 2020's 501st Battle Pack, and we also happen to get this other print from the very back, which makes him special as well compared to the other clones with that little jetpack sort of thingy. I guess that's nice. Regular gun for the accessory. As a whole, he could have been better. I think that the helmet definitely deserved its own mold. Looking at the source material, this doesn't really do it. and I think a lot of fans agree. On to the other 332nd Legion clone troopers, we get two with a jetpack, which is the same exact color that we saw introduced within the 501st Battle Pack, nothing special there. Legs, again, are all the same across the board for all of these minifigures released in the 2020 501st, but the torso piece is also the same from the 501st and the AAT, where we saw the 332nd minifigure originate. It's just that now we have helmet holes which are placed a little too high just so then they work with the visor for Commander Cody, but not for the rangefinder, which you'll eventually see on Captain Rex, which looks a little high, but you know, it looks fine to me on the new version in the Venator. Really, my only problem with that figure has to be the missing waist cape. As a whole, I think it's nice that we're getting a battle pack of these guys, though it really came later than I think anyone wanted. If this released the year after that AAT, I think a lot of fans would have been happy just with the recent release of the Clone Wars final season. It just doesn't make sense to me that these were released so many years after. I mean, I understand why they're here now. I think it's just another thing that LEGO's trying to release, not only to celebrate 20 years of Clone Wars, but just to celebrate Ahsoka in general with her new TV show coming out. Again, these figures feature the same legs and torso prints that we saw introduced in the original figure. It's just we get helmet holes, which kind of sacrifice some little tad bits of the print there. I mean, it does look very, very same to me. It's just, I don't know, the printing quality may have went down just a touch. And now we have helmet holes, which a lot of fans aren't happy with. I personally don't care for them either. I just think the biggest problem with them is just their placement and the fact that LEGO just couldn't remake the visor and rangefinder in order to work with these helmet designs. Alongside all of our clones, we get some small builds for $20. I think the builds in here are way too small. Starting with the classic stud gun accessory, we get this little gun turret with a stud gun. Shoot it off. I don't know where that went. That went somewhere behind me. You happen to get some extras in case you lose them. And you get the translucent blue studs as the ammunition. Looking at our Swamp Speeder, it's a rather small design, though not as small as the smallest Swamp Speeder that we saw within the 2014 Battle Pack. You get more of those stud guns from the very front. I'm not going to show how those work. You just press down in order to shoot them out into the distance. Get this light gray, dark gray, black, and blue color scheme for, I guess, the 501st and 332nd troopers, which I don't really mind. Really like seeing these pieces in light gray. Those are cool to get. Get the Technic connection in order to adjust those, as you also get seats in here to sit your minifigures. No control panels, which would have been nice to see, maybe just to make it better. But sitting one of your minifigures in here can get their legs fully down on the seat. Get a little bit of room for a gun. If you put any of the other ones that you have in here, you're gonna have to remove their jetpacks. I mean, I guess you can sit Vaughn over here as well. He doesn't need to fight, he can just sit back. And then you have two of your minifigures sitting within your Swamp Speeder. It's a little cramped, and again, I just wish that there were some sort of like control panels or something in order to make it more fun for kids. From the very back, you get like that whole engine area, which I think this is built very nicely, especially getting this piece over here in light gray is pretty nice. Get the clip piece connection just to create that front area. No wheels or anything like you'll see on the 2010 version. You can just push it around on your table. That's about as good as movement gets. So overall, for $20, is this set worth it? Well, as far as army building goes, this is currently the best way to get more 332nd troopers if you didn't want to buy the single one that appeared in the AAT. It is practically the same exact minifigure, it's just that these all have helmet holes and the last one did not. I know the helmet holes annoy a bunch of people. Personally, I don't care. I think they're fine. It's great to add extra accessories to these minifigures. It's just the placement of those holes I think is really the biggest problem. If they were placed in the correct spot and LEGO actually remade their visors and rangefinders and all sorts of other accessories to work with the helmet, or even just make a special helmet mold alongside the original helmet mold to allow people to still have these no helmet hole regular clones and then just make them special for commanders and the captains. But really, at the end of the day, the main attraction of the set is definitely going to be that you can army build more of these clones, despite the fact that this set probably released later than it should have. If this released closer to the end of Season 7 of the Clone Wars, I think this set would have sold even better than it's going to. I definitely think it's not our best Swamp Speeder that we've gotten from LEGO. I prefer the 2014 one just because it feels right, and considering what they're basing this Swamp Speeder on, I'm not exactly sure if there is a 501st sort of Swamp Speeder in existence within the Star Wars universe. This might just be something out of LEGO's mind. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, what your thoughts are on this set. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon to know if I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!